Namaste. I'm Jill Loftus of Nuit Astrology. I'd like to welcome you to your planetary energy forecast for the week of May 23rd, 2022. So this is a really interesting week. It's been a fascinating month, has it not been? Yeah, maybe a little too fascinating. This week, there are abundant blessings this week. There are loads of sextiles, but there's also a lot of conjunctions. And conjunctions are when things come together. And sextiles are just blessing beams, okay? They're opportunity. They're a little bit of luck, a little bit of ease. And typically it's something that you have to really take advantage of. Now, this is all gonna be really highlighting the Pisces, Aries, Taurus area of your charts, okay? And those go together, right? Pisces is last, Aries first, Taurus second. And so I want you to think about this week as being very much like a fire hose of energy. And it's all concentrated in these areas of life. It's all concentrated in this one sector of your chart. So know where that is. And when you have all that energy coming out of that hose, right, it can be really easy to just kind of lose control of it. So you need to kind of sink in and understand how to operate in the highest possible vibrations in each of these areas of life and in each of these signs, right? So Pisces, high vibe, intuitive, inspirational, spiritual, connected to God, right? Low vibe, delusional, addiction, distraction, getting lost in the depths of your emotions, right? High vibe, Aries, independent, full of energy, strong-willed, let's go, let's do the thing. Low vibe, Aries, anger, running off and doing things without checking the details, just wanting to be free at all costs, not being able to collaborate with anyone, okay? High vibe, Taurus, you're enjoying this embodied experience. You're taking care of the earth. You're taking care of your body. You're grounded. You're stable. You're hardworking. You're steady, but also you appreciate things and you experience pleasure. Low vibe, you're stuck. You're lazy. You're not wanting to get off the couch and do the things that you want to do. You're obsessed with sensual or physical pleasures and things, okay? So these are the energies that we need to work with this week. All right, so we begin our week on Monday. We've got Mars at the very end of Pisces. Now remember, when they get to the end of the degrees, it's a push to completion. Mars can't wait to get out of Pisces because Aries is where Mars feels most comfortable, right? So at the very, very end of it, but it's gonna make a nice flow with Pluto, all right? So think about transformative energy in Capricorn, blending beautifully with the action-oriented energy of Mars, all right? So, it's also gonna have a nice connection with Mercury, and the sun is gonna sextile Jupiter, and the moon is going to sextile Uranus. And so this is really great. This is some real support coming in for this day on Monday, and some helpful energy as Mars begins to change signs, right? So this is definitely an excellent day to take action, to go ahead and get things accomplished, initiate, right? What you don't want to do is be avoidant of what needs to be done, or that thing that you've been putting off to just put it off again, right? This is a beneficial flow of energy. Take advantage of it. All right. Now, on May 24th, that is Tuesday. Tuesday is a lot, all right? Tuesday, we have the moon at the very end of Pisces. It goes into Aries, right? Which, very active energy, right? And we have a beautiful blend of energy from Venus to Saturn. So a real stickiness to things that you love, to, if you want to really make a commitment to something, that you value or think is important, that's a great day for it. You want to avoid, if you have any delusions about something that you love or care about, or financial or whatever, this will be a little bit of a wake-up call, but a kind wake-up call. Now, another thing that happens is the moon is going to, it's so busy, right? Moon is going to conjunct Neptune before it goes into Aries. It's going to conjunct Neptune, sextile Pluto, sextile Mercury, and then touch Mars, because Mars is going into Aries at 7:17 p.m. East Coast, and then it's going to touch Jupiter. It's an enormous amount of energy, all right? This is a very active moon. And so it's just going right through there. And so your intuition is gonna be just amped, amped, amped. Listen to yourself, listen to guidance. In the morning, take some time to meditate and ask your angels, guides, and teachers. I always say angels, guides, and teachers, known and unknown to me, because sometimes there's people around that they're trying to help you and you're just not getting the message. But they are not going to interfere with your life unless you ask for their help. So take a moment Tuesday morning to really set that intention of being open to the flow, of being like, look, I have to make this decision, and this is the symbol I'd like to see, this bird or this set of numbers. My friend Ann Bayford, who's just this incredible psychic, she talks about this all the time. But I just listen, I just sit in meditation and I try to listen, right? Meditation is when you listen to God, prayer is when you ask, right? So ask and then tune in, listen, because you've got some incredible information that might be flowing to you on Tuesday. All right. Now, on the 25th, you're going to have Venus in Aries. Chiron is in Aries. The moon is in Aries. Jupiter is in Aries. Mars is in Aries. Wherever Aries is in your chart, it's just like boom, boom, boom. That's just a ton of energy. Again, that nozzle, all right? So you're going to have to really control it and do the high vibrational Aries if you want to have beneficial effects of this energy, all right? Now, Mercury has been retrograde in Taurus, right? And it's gonna move back into the trine with Pluto and Capricorn. So it's a great head heart kind of flow, because you had all those beautiful beneficial aspects on Tuesday, and then now you've got the beneficial aspect with the Mercury, even though it is still retrograde. All right. So again, change, evolution, a strong drive towards those things because of the incredible amount of information that we have in Aries. All right, now Friday the 27th. That's a little bit of a tricky day, and I would watch the 26th as well because it can fire early and late. We're going to have Venus in Aries in a square to Pluto in Capricorn. This is a bit of a wake-up call. I would imagine that this would not affect the markets in a very positive way. I would expect some financial or resource-oriented thing to go wah wah. Pay particular attention if you're Taurus or Libra, because Venus is your star and she's getting in a battle with the god of the underworld, right? So this is a bit of a difficult connection. This is a connection that can sometimes create violence. Or violent experiences, so try not to be resonant with that. Try not to be resonant with accidents. Power struggles of any kind could come up during this time, especially with authority figures, but even with, just someone who wants to have authority over you, who wants to take away your autonomy. So astro caution flag up for that day. It's also a positive day because it ushers us, it finishes Venus's time in Aries, because on Saturday morning, she goes into Taurus. And Taurus is where she loves to be. And so now we'll have Mars in his favorite sign, and we'll have Venus in her favorite sign. And that is a saving grace, I really think, with all this Aries energy, to have Venus, she makes that kind of dramatic bad aspect with Pluto, or difficult aspect. I hate to use the word bad, but sometimes it's just not a good aspect, y'all. And then she's going to go into Taurus, and she's like, oh, finally I can lay down in the fields and smell the flowers. All right. Another interesting thing that's happening on the 28th, that Saturday, is that we have the moon conjuncting Uranus. So sparks can fly, intuition can flare. Look for the synchronicities, magical, magical, magical. Also, just watch that desire to just be, just to break free of everything, right? Uranus wants freedom, and so when you have a moon conjuncting Uranus, it can be just like, like put everything in the front yard with a for sale sign on it. Let's try something else. All right, so hopefully you'll stabilize. All right, and then we have on the 29th, it's a really big day as well. The moon goes in from Taurus to Gemini, and it sends nice energy to Neptune, to Jupiter, and to Mars. But we have Mars touching Jupiter, and the moon also squaring Saturn. So that's a mixed bag right there. And it's just a tremendous amount of energy, right? It's goes back to like when I tell you that my daughters text me and say, what planet can I blame this day on? This is one of those days that you can blame a lot of planets. But that Mars-Jupiter, I'm really keeping an eye on that Mars-Jupiter, because it could really increase the beneficial, beautiful Aries energy, but it could also really blow something up, especially with the moon square to the Saturn. All right, so that's another day where you want to just make sure you're not doing anything rash. You want to be a little bit more cautious about accidents. You've kind of already gotten just a little bit of a feel of what the Jupiter and Aries vibe is like, right? So you know, we've had it here for a little bit, and we've looked back at 2010 and 2011 and what happened then. And so hopefully you got a little bit of a handle on what this energy feels like. And the Mars is going to come in and just, it's kind of going to be like jumper cables, right? All right. So, and then just a little heads up, I know it's in the next week, but Monday is a new moon in Gemini. This is a groovy new moon. I am liking this new moon. It's at 9 degrees of Gemini at 7:30 a.m. So it's in play on the 29th when all this is, you know, all this intensity is going on with this Mars, Jupiter, and the square from the moon to Saturn. But, you know, we've got a really nice flow of energy on that Monday. So have your kind of like a little look this week at what Gemini is for you, what Gemini season typically brings for you, what you might have in Gemini, so that you can really have some focused intention and prepare. This is a good manifestation moon. We haven't had a lot of those lately. So Gemini, if you don't know what house it is in for you, Gemini classically rules the 3rd house. It's about communication, mind, expression, writing, talking. But it's also your siblings, your neighbors, short journeys and things like that. So you might want to wrap some intentions around that on Monday. And I'll have more for you in next week's Planetary Energy Forecast. All right. Well, we are driving quickly towards the end of May. It has been an eventful month, a pivotal month for sure. Feel free to listen back to the May forecast if you want to get a little bit of a bigger picture of like a synopsis of what all we've been going through, because of course we don't want to dwell in the past, but sometimes we got to look in the rearview mirror to figure out which direction we're going. All right. Thank you so much for your support and for watching. I appreciate every view, every like, every subscription. It really helps the channel to grow. Please do hop on my website. I have a free tarot course on there. You can sign up for my newsletter, which I send out once a month. And I do have my memberships available. People are particularly enjoying the monthly astrology readings. It's just a great way for you to get a mini reading every month to give you a heads up. And that includes a tarot spread as well. So it's pretty affordable at $50 a month. All right. Have a great week. Namaste. Bye.